Kate Meyer here, and I'm going to share 3 quick tools for the English Language Arts classroom. If you have any questions or want to dive deeper into any of these tools with me, please do not hesitate to reach out to me via email. The first tool I want to share with you is Mote, and I cannot even begin to explain how much time Mote saved me last year and also allowed me to engage with my students even when we were working asynchronously. Mote is a voice messaging Chrome extension that integrates with everything in the Google Workspace, and it integrates with a lot of websites as well. So I think you'll find it really versatile. It allows you to quickly record your voice, and it also allows you to track student engagement. So you can log into your Mote web page and see which voice memos have been opened and which are still waiting to be opened. Mote will also, on the paid version, translate and transcribe your voice messages, and it also recognizes and renders scientific and mathematical language. So it's great for your science and math colleagues as well. You can use Mote to leave voice feedback for students in Google Classroom, on Google Docs, in slides and forms and spreadsheets. You can engage students by having them add the Mote extension to their Google Chrome and have them leave voice notes on their assignments, explaining their work or reflecting upon what they're doing. You can leave voice instructions for your students in Google Classroom. So if they have difficulties following along with written instructions, and you've got this voice component as well. And I used it a lot for things in Google Forms, like exit tickets. So I can leave my voice question in Google Form, and they can respond back to me with their voice or in writing. I have left for you on the slide a tutorial on Google Mote, on Mote right here. And then, if you're looking for a deeper dive into this extension, I've given you a link to some Mote webinars that have been produced by Mote. And also there is a Mote Teachers Facebook page, which is really invaluable. People sharing lots of creative ways that they are using Mote in their classroom. On a document, this is just what it looks like, so you can see how easy it is to use. Once you have the Mote extension downloaded into your Google Chrome, all you have to do is highlight any text, say in this document, go to insert a text box or add a comment, and anywhere where I can leave a Mote comment, the Mote icon automatically pops up, and all I need to do is click to record. And as soon as I click it, Mote is off and recording. And when I am done recording, all I need to do is click done, and it's going to process that for me. It's going to leave a note for students to click on that to hear my voice. And when I finish it up by, adding that comment to the document, it's going to create this nice visual for students where they can click play and hear my voice. So I would, on assessments, for example, an essay, I would leave voice comments throughout. And then at the end of the essay, I would leave two voice comments. The first voice comment, I would share all of the praise that I had for the assessment, everything that I thought that went really well for the student. And the second voice comment would always be things that I thought they could tackle if they were going to revise an assessment. My students in their course evaluation said that was probably one of the most helpful things I did. They loved being able to hear their teacher talk through their thoughts. I was able to give a lot more feedback with a lot more detail by using Mote than I could have ever given just by leaving written comments for my students. So Mote was a real winner for me and my students last year in our classroom. The next tool I want to share with you is Padlet. Padlet is an online digital bulletin board that allows people to make and share content with others. It's a very simple design. I find it really intuitive. It allows for collaboration, and it is private and secure. The free version gives you 3 Padlets, but you can archive your Padlets to keep 3 fresh ones always going. There are tiered paid options that offer unlimited Padlets, and if your school is interested in it, there's also Padlet Backpack, which is specifically for schools. I found Padlet to be really great for blogs. Get student blogs up and running really quickly. Get your own blog up and running really quickly to share with others. Brainstorming in a collaborative setting. Lots of great ways to use this for collaboration. I thought it was really great for check-in questions first thing in the morning. Students can use it to curate their own portfolios or to build out presentations. And also you can use it for curation projects. So I'll just quickly show you what that might look like in the classroom. Again, I said it was a very simple platform. And so you can get a blog up and running in 3 minutes using Padlet. It creates a nice, simple layout. It allows students to create content that's really clean. It allows them to do it really quickly and just focus in on the content. So a blog might look like this. So very simple, but you can see that a lot can be added to this. So that students have really unlimited options for how they create blogs. Padlet can also be used as a curation project. This is a playlist that was created by a classroom in response to a story that they had read. So you'll see that each student made a comment, posted a link from Spotify or a link from YouTube, and then was able to comment about how it connected to the text. So this great curation project where students are curating information to share with each other. I've got this great example of how a 5th grade classroom used Padlet for book reports. So you can see each student has their own column here in Padlet where they were able to add a picture of their cover and then all of the information that a book report might include. And then all the students can see what their peers are reading. So lots of great ways to share this information. It can also be, this one is a fiction writing prompt, so it can also be just text and just to hear from your students in a quick and collaborative way. They can also respond to each other. You can set this up so that there are like buttons or heart buttons, and so they can respond to each other that way, give each other some feedback in that way as well. I have on the slide for you if you want to check out a tutorial on how to set up and use your Padlet, and also deeper dives with a tutorial and then a video on 10 different ways to use Padlet in your classroom. I think you'll find it really, really accessible, and it will allow you to do all sorts of great things with your students. And the final tool that I have for you is one of my favorites that I use on the teacher end in order to share things quickly and easily and cleanly with my students. It's called PrintFriendlyPDF, and it is a Google Chrome extension that allows you to delete extraneous text, videos, links, and ads before you print or share a document from the web with your students. And so we know, working in person and online, sometimes both at the same time, we want to be able to get material to our students, but I don't like to share material with my students that's filled with ads or links, especially if it's something that I've printed or something that I'm going to share with them as a PDF. So I have this Bangor Daily news article. It's actually behind right here. But as you know, if I were to print something from the Bangor Daily News, I would get all of these things that I don't necessarily want my students to have. It clutters everything up, and I want them to have a clean and easy read. So what I would do is click on my Print Friendly and PDF icon, my Google Chrome extension, and it will create this box for me that then allows me to go through and do a few things. Number one, I can delete anything that I don't want to be there anymore. So maybe I'll leave that picture for them, but definitely all of this, I want these things gone. So I don't want my students to have to look at that as they're going through this document. So I can get rid of all of that. So that cleans up that piece really easily. Maybe this picture I don't need, I'm going to print it and I just want to be able to save space and paper. I can delete that. This picture doesn't even relate. It's sponsored content. You can see I was just cluttering the document up. So I can go through and delete, delete. I can also change the size of the text, so it's really great for accessibility. So right now it's at 100%, but I can enlarge it to 130%. I can make it small. I can also change the size of the pictures. So if I want to leave the pictures, but maybe I'm printing it and I need to save some paper, I can decrease my picture size, which will help with that idea as well. I also used it to differentiate text. So if I had a very long article that I wanted students to read, but I knew I had some students who wouldn't make it all the way through the article, I was able to go through the article and pull out the sections that I just thought that, they didn't need. And so it left them with the essential sections, and everybody still had the same article in their hands. And so, of course, in Google Classroom, you can give different assignments to different students, and this is one way to really differentiate. I can print once I am done cleaning up my document. I can turn it into a PDF, which I did all the time because then I was able to put it into my Google Classroom, or I can email my document. So there are a lot of different ways to use Print Friendly and PDF to improve your students' reading experience. So those are the 3 quick tools that I have for you today. If you have any questions or you want to do a deeper dive into any of these tools with me, please don't hesitate to reach out. My email is right there, and I can't wait to work with you soon.